A Look at Seniors is underwritten with the generous support of Centers Healthcare. Heart, Health, Home.
Welcome back, everyone. And the last installment this year for A Look at Seniors. So Lois and I, Lois Celeste, who's the executive director of the Saratoga Senior Center, and I get to sit and just sort of recap what we thought of this series. I have a thread, and I would like to start with it. That of all the guests we had who dealt with issues from finance to housing to well-being, social activities, if the thought of being proactive about aging and understanding it from the perspective of yourself, but also from the perspective of your loved ones as well, just seems to be a real common thread. And I know that the work that you do at the Senior Center, you've always got your eye on that. So can we talk a bit about that?
Sure.
Okay, good. Relationships are real important for you. I know they are.
Yeah, we've grown immensely since I've been there over the course of the last 7 years, and I think networking is key. And I think the people that we brought in and talked to throughout the course of this series just goes to show how tightly we find the needs are out there for seniors and how to connect them with the proper services. So, yeah, we do a lot of collaborations and just trying to figure out what the needs of the seniors are.
Well, you know what? When I talk about being proactive, you can look at it from both sides. You know, if you're an individual looking for those needs, get proactive about what you believe you're going to need as you age. But from your perspective, being proactive is really identifying the needs of those persons so you can develop those relationships and those partners. If we were to say proactive, would you go to areas like education and like where do you go?
So we do. I mean, you know, we've talked about crossing all demographics, financial, age, all of that. What we all hope is we're going to age, whether we like it or not. And there are some issues that come with that, whether it's, you know, the person themselves, their children, grandchildren, whoever. So I think being people come in the door every day, looks like nothing's wrong with them. They come in to take a class, attend something. We try to put out a lot of education as well about the different programs, whether it's diabetes or it's NABA or Office for the Aging programs. Any of those that came in, we try to stay connected and get that information out to seniors. I think what is really difficult to see is when it is a crisis for a family.
Yeah, right.
Again, regardless of finances, when the crisis hits, if it hits, you know, do they have a resource to go to? And we really try to be that in the center. And again, it could be different for everyone. So being connected to the resources we need to have. So yeah, we do a lot of education. We do a lot of programs. We do trips. It's all about keeping people socially active.
Sure, so that moves into recreation in a way, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. Right. You know what? Lois just gave you a list of organizations that they partner with. I encourage you, go to our website and go back and look at the individual interviews we did with these people. It can help fill in some of the gaps here that we're talking about. Because in essence, that's really what you're trying to do is fill these gaps.
Yeah.
If you were to say there are social aspects which could kind of fall into recreation, there are educational aspects to this, there are collaborations, right? Because sometimes the needs of these individuals crosses over into a lot of different areas, right?
Yeah, and that's what my job is to find those.
Right.
I think, you know, there's senior centers all over the place. There's small ones in the little townships that are open once or twice a week in their community centers and things like that. We're a full service agency. We are open every day, Monday through Friday. We have, on top of the recreation and the socialization, we have the support services. So we'll have an advocate on staff that can refer you out where you need to go, help whatever the need is. We have our Community Connections program, which is a volunteer match program to keep and help seniors age in place. We have support groups. We have all different kinds of things. So it's whatever the need is, you know, and getting the service there to make it. I mean, socialization is key. We know that.
That's right.
The more you keep them socialized, seniors socialized, and they keep connected, they meet new friends. A lot of times they lose all of their support systems. It's key to good health, mental health, physical health, all of that. And again, people may think they're fine. and they don't need to get out ahead of it. And I have my life, and I have my friends, and we're good. You just never know.
Yes, that's true. I want to venture here. On your end, I would be proactive about it and stop in. There's a spirit at the Senior Center that you could try to explain it, but you have to really witness it. So, if it is your loved one, if it's yourself or whatever, make the effort to stop in. And I'm going to say one other thing to you. Cover your ears for this one, all right?
Okay.
I know a lot of people, and I interview a lot of people. You cannot be an executive director of a place like this unless you have a passion for what the place offers, but also for the people and for the relationships. And I really want to compliment you on that. The Saratoga Senior Center is by far and away just a very, very welcoming place for people to come and find out and to be proactive. Our lives are fine today. Tomorrow they may not be fine. And as you age, you're ramping up the options of what could happen and what might happen. Get in there early. Find out, right?
Thank you very much. That was very kind. And I think the energy at the Senior Center is tremendous. And I would also agree with what you said. Just stop in. Right. It's not your typical senior center. It's a community within a community. Our average age is 72 years old. Do I have people in there that are 100? Yes. Do I have people in there that are 50? Yes.
Yes, cool.
Come volunteer. Right. Support the agency. Right. We always need support.
I'm going to say one last thing because we always get involved in this. Music and Mingling is coming up. It's a big fundraiser for that, so we're going to have you back for that.
Thank you.
No other guests and no look at seniors. We're going to talk about having a good time. And please volunteer. You're thinking about this and you think, geez, I'd like to give back to the community a little bit. This is the way to do it. All right, Lois, terrific.
Thank you.
And what
it's been a great series.
Great series, yes. And thank you.
Thanks, Jess.
To see this interview again, you can head to our website, looktvonline.com.
A Look at Seniors is underwritten with the generous support of the Wesley community. Greater health, greater life, greater Saratoga.